So thank y'all for being here today for another Yashar'el Shalom service. The ones that hear praise y'all, the ones that's on the other side of the camera, praise y'all. Today we're going to be talking from Mark 11. This title is named Stay Ready So You Don't Have to Get Ready. I'm picking back off of Brother Dave's teaching last month, I should say, when he did Stay Connected. So today, I want each one of you guys to turn to Mark 11, Mark chapter 11, verse 12 through 14. Mark 11, 12 through 14. Let me know when you get there. All right. So in this particular passage today, I want to show y'all something. And some of y'all might have read it. And I have read over this several times, but some reason I just skipped over several things in this passage. But we're going to talk about it today. And it said, on the morrow, when they were come from Bethlehem, he was hungry, and seeing a fig tree afar off having leaves, he came, if haply he might find anything thereon. And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of the figs were not yet. And Yahusha answered and said unto him, no man eat fruit of you hereafter forever. And his Talmidim heard it. Talmidim means disciples. Okay. Now, we're going to come back here, but I want y'all to go down to verse 20. Okay. And in the morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the root. And Kepha, calling to remember, said, and Kepha is Peter, if you don't know. And Kepha, calling to remember, said unto them, Rabbi, behold, the fig tree which you have cursed, withered away. So I want y'all to look at this. Did you read it with understanding? For most of the record, I know we're quick, but I want to show y'all something. I'm gonna go back. He said, on tomorrow they were coming from Bethlehem. He was hungry and seeing a fig tree afar off having leaves. Okay? All right. He came and he might find anything thereon. And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves. Okay? But this is the kicker. For the time of the figs were not yet. So why did he curse something that wasn't even time to be in season? And then he went on, and Yahusha answered and said, no man eat fruit of you hereafter forever. So he cursed something that wasn't even in season. So there's a deeper meaning to just cursing the fig tree. So a lot of you ain't ready. A lot of you ain't ready right now, but you got leaves on you. If we look at social media, oh man, everybody doing their thing. They got leaves on. But a lot of them is not ready. And when he come, that's the time. Ain't no, mama, can you help me bear some fruit? Produce some fruit. Ain't no, I gotta call pastor. Pastor, can you help me? I need some fruit. Can you show me how to get some fruit? When he come, that's the time. Ain't no tomorrow after that. You know what I mean? So people is not ready when he comes. And that is, hey, that's the time. You missed it. You missed it. See it? But it reminded me when I was reading this, it reminded me of, like I said, on social media. When I go on social media, I see a lot of people flashing, a lot of people doing their thing, taking trips, flashing money, shaking their butts. They had a great old time. And from afar, like the Mashiach said, he's seen a fig tree afar off. It looked good because it had leaves on it. When we see it on social media, people, it looked good, man, they living their best life. But get closer And as he got closer and closer, they had no fruit on them. And that's a lot of us. Oh, we look good. We look like we're doing our thing. We look got a happy life, but we are producing no fruit. And that's dangerous. That fruit is for the kingdom. What fruit are you producing for the kingdom? Not just natural fruit or apple and oranges. What fruit are you producing for the Most High Yah's kingdom? And that's the scary part. Because he cursed some wasn't even the season. So the time is, they always said, I always heard, and my wife had brought it to my attention too. It was said the time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The time to start having your fruit was yesterday. We can sit here and play with this thing, but see what's going on. You got floods everywhere. You got people starving out here. You got people killing folk with no remorse. People in states that just go stealing and taking stuff from folk. You see, but once you producing fruit, you don't have to worry because you're protected. And in the scriptures, the Most High, I mean, the Mashiach relate us to fruit a lot. You know what I mean? So that's why I want to tie that in. From Mark 11, it said he cursed the fig tree because they had leaving no fruit. And then he said, you know them by their fruit. You know them by their fruit. Where's your fruit? Where's your fruit? What have you done in the last 30 days to bear fruit? Who have you prayed for? Who have you comforted? Who have you bought a cheeseburger for? Who have you just sat and visited? Where's your fruit? Who have you told about the kingdom in the last 30 days? And I guarantee half of us hadn't done that. So where's your fruit? I'm challenging you. Where is your fruit? So let's read, because he said you know them by their fruit. So let's read Matthew 7, 16 through 20. Let's read though. Y'all should know them by their fruit. Do men gather grapes and thorns, or figs or thistles? Verse 17. Even so, every good tree bring forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bring forth evil fruit. A good tree, verse 18, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, nor can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that brings not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. We're gonna come back to verse 19. Wherefore, by their fruit you should know them. Okay? So that fig tree, it didn't produce good fruit. And what happened? It got cursed. It got cursed. It was hewn down and put into the fire. In so many words. It wasn't literally, but it was dried up to where no man can eat fruit of that again. So if you ain't producing no fruit, what good is you to the kingdom? If you're producing no fruit, he will get rid of you. Everybody, I can repent and get back to it, and I can just do my thing. That ain't what scripture be saying. Either you on this side of the fence, or you on this side of the fence. Where is your fruit, people? I'm asking. And I want y'all to really think hard. Who have you helped? What have you done over the last 30 days instead of being selfish? Instead of dwelling in sin. Because we all doing this. This is a sinful nature. But we got to come out of that. Or you be cast down. You be hewn down. Because we know them by their fruit. You look good. You can fool me. You can fool me with your leaves. You can fool me with your cars. You can fool me with your degrees. You can fool me with your bank accounts. But you can't fool the Most High. All that stuff I just said, degrees, bank accounts, careers, outfits, traveling, That's just a costume. And he see right through that. You know them by their fruit. So you might want to start. If you can't think of where you had fruit last month, you might want to pick your plant up and find you some more soil. Mm. Mm. If you got things in your life, and I'm gonna come to that how to bear fruit. I'm gonna show you because he tells us how to bear fruit. But before I get there, I want to tell you this. If you got things in your life that's hindering you from bearing fruit, you know what they do? You know what you do when you got an old plant in your house and it got brown leaves? You better prune them off. You better prune that mess out of your life. You better cut them bad things out of your life so you can grow that fruit.
Sometimes you have to repot it.
And sometimes you got to repot it.
That's right.
And repotting it means sometimes you might have to find you a whole nother circle. Sometimes you might have to find you a whole nother career. Sometimes you got to find you a whole nother ministry. Every ministry, even though I love each and every one of y'all here and coming here, but every ministry ain't for everybody. And I can accept that. I can accept that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I feel the Most High told me to do and teach His word of the Most High and bear much fruit as I can. I don't care if it's in people, you ain't got to have a tree full of fruit, but you at least got to have some on there. You got to have some on there. But let's see how to bear fruit. Because it's easy to teach people about the curses. It's easy to teach people that you know them by their fruit. But nobody teach you how to bear fruit. We got to teach you how to bear the fruit, to get the fruit, to repot yourself, to prune off leaves. And let's start right here. It says, I am in John. Your name is John. John 15:5. Let's read it. I am the vine. Ye are the Nazarenes. He that abide in me, and I in him, same bring forth much fruit. Let's read that again. He that abide in me, and I in him, the same bring forth much fruit. He's telling you how to bear fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing. So he tells you the consequence if you ain't bearing fruit, you're gonna be hewn down. But now he said, hey, I'm not that Mashiach. I'm not that guy that just want to cut you down. Let me show you how to bear fruit. So when I do have to cut you down for not bearing fruit, you should know, hey, it was here. Let's go down to verse 6, 15-6. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered. And men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. We just heard that. Hewn down and cast into the fire, right? He is cast, if we go back and say he is cast forth as a branch. Sometimes you ever seen a tree? I want to use this analogy. You ever seen a big oak tree with one of those big houses in all the old affluent neighborhoods? And a good storm come through, and that old tree fall down. And you look at it, you be like, man, all them leaves on that tree. But you ain't see the roots right. Mm. The roots was weak because it wasn't grounded no more. It was a pretty tree, and you didn't know how rotted it was till it broke in half or fell over. And that's how a lot of us in our life. I can't tell what you're doing on the outside. Hey, man, you balling, you doing your thing. But it's not until a storm comes and blowing heavy winds and heavy rain, and you topple over, and then people don't see those roots because you couldn't weather the storm. She had no fruit. You weren't grounded to the vine. He said he's the vine. You the branch. You wouldn't. So when that storm came, you fell off. You couldn't handle it. Let's keep going. You know the old saying, you say you can ask for whatever you want. I done heard this several times. Ask for whatever you want. You know what I mean? You should have it. Ask not because you have. Now, all these old cliches, some of them in the Bible, but they cut them off. They just do, especially ask not because you have not because you ask. But see, you can ask for whatever you want when you bear fruit. Because your will line up with his will. And he will give you that thing. Because see, you ain't gonna be doing it with a selfish motive. You ain't gonna be doing it with a prideful motive. Because he's in you and you in him. So his will, line up with your will, you can ask for what you want. And it shall be done. Let's see. 15:7, same book of John, 15:7. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, well, we just heard that. We just heard that in 5. If you and me and you. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, you shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done to you. So when I see certain people struggling, I'm not saying the Most High, you know what I mean, some things happen. Some things have to happen to open up other things to happen. Let me say that. But my Father's word cannot come back void. If he's in me and I am in him, I can ask for what I want, it should be done. Huh. But what am I waiting on? What am I waiting on? All you gotta do is be in him. All you gotta do is read his word. All you gotta do is prune those things that's killing you mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. You gotta prune those things out. And watch how your pot grows. Let's go down to 15:8. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit, so shall ye be my ta'im, or disciple. See, he glorified when you bear fruit. He's glorified. That's why I say, I don't care. You can't bear fruit without him. I don't care how you look on social media. I don't care how you look in this world. You ain't bearing fruit that gonna sustain. Now, Satan can give it to you tomorrow, but you ain't gonna. Good storm coming, your tree gonna get blown over and you're gonna die. But he said, the Most High said, herein is my Father glorified, and you shall bear much fruit. He wants you to bear fruit because he gets the glory. Every time you bear fruit, he gets the glory. When I wake up in the morning, hey, praise Yah. Praise Yah. Hallelujah. Praise ye Yah. Because he get that, not me. And as long as I'm worshiping and honoring the Most High, I ain't got to worry about no vaccine. I ain't got to worry about being hungry. And I'm saying this on camera. I ain't got to worry about looking at the stars at night. Because just like the disciples, just like the Mashiach, they had a place to lay down every night. People fed them every day. And he even told it, don't even worry about it. What you gonna have, don't even worry about it. So long as I'm praising him and throwing that fruit or giving that bearing that fruit, I ain't got to worry. So I'm telling y'all, do not get caught up in this life. Do not be a part of this world and be so selfish because you want to keep up with the Joneses. Bear your fruit, go your butt home, get in your word, give him 5 minutes. Some of us don't even give it 5 minutes. Give him 30 seconds. Now watch how that 30 seconds turn into 30 minutes. Because that's going to be a great conversation. You can talk to him on your way to work. Talk to him on your lunch. That 30 minutes, that 30 seconds just start going to be like, What's up? We've been talking for an hour. I gotta go back to work. Don't worry about the job. I'll have you another one that week. I'm just saying, those things happen when you start bearing fruit and worshiping and honoring and getting Him. You know what I mean? Stop being scared of this world. This world can't do nothing to you. Only thing Satan can do is kill the body. You need to be afraid of the one that can kill the body and place the soul in hell, like you said. And I know people always talk, I don't want to die. Who said death is the worst thing? They said absent from the body, present with Elohim. I get to be with the Most High. Only people scared to die is the ones that don't know where the hell they're going. Yeah. Those are the ones who scared to die. When you don't know where you're going. Yeah. Absent with the body, present with Elohim. Oh, if I leave this body, I'm with my father. I'm with my father. I've done my work is done here. It's them heathens that's scared. Yeah, I ain't trying to die, man. Yeah. You don't know where you go. Oh, God. You ready? That was my slide right there, but that was my slide. I told you it was quick. I wanted to be quick. I wanted this message to be quick. I wanted this message to be to the point. He cursed something, wasn't in season. We don't know when he's coming, so you should always be in season and always be bearing fruit. That's right. Because we don't know when that time is. You know? Definitely, you don't. I can care less about what people think about me. You sound like I can care less people talk about, oh man, well, you still got the old truck. I sure do. They still ride on tires. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can care less. But you still wearing that old shirt? I sure am. Every day. I sure am. Wash it at night. I sure am. And I ain't going to the dry cleaner because I don't need the next dry cleaner. I'm just, so I'm telling y'all, man, we stop, not only have leaves, but have some food. You can fool me, man, but you can't move fool the Most High. And keep teaching, keep learning, keep studying stuff. And like I said, I read Mark 11 before, but I never read it. I read over it where it said it wasn't in season. I just skipped right over that part. Oh, he just cursed the fig tree, right? Because he had no fruit. But it wasn't even in season. So, yeah. So that message was a lot deeper than just that fig tree not in mid-season. A lot of us ain't ready. A lot of us feel like, oh, you know how we do. Oh, the first of the year coming around, I got to get myself together. You should be yourself together today. You should have had yourself together yesterday. Yeah. And if you got a few dollars and somebody out there hungry, whether or not you know they need, whether or not they hungry, whether or not they got $5 in their pocket, if the Most High leads you to bless that individually, you need to bless that individual. It's for a reason. Exactly. It's for a reason. Because their money might be for something else. Bless that. It's been plenty of times I'll pull up to a restaurant, a drive-through window, and say, I'm going to pay for the car behind me. And I'll pull off in jet because I don't need you thanking me. You thank him. He just used me at that point to get you a meal. So we have to stop being selfish out here and help people, love on people, talk to people, pick people up. So a lot of people out here hurting people. They don't know the Most High. But you can be the one, you can show them what the Most High like by having fruit. And with that said, my message is done. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in today. Whether you watching this message live tonight, tomorrow, or wherever, or around the world. May the Most High be with you. Peace, love, and shalom.